Hi, I'm Winter. All my life, I've been the type of person who plans everything down to the last detail. That's probably why I fell for Ethan. He brought spontaneity into my otherwise structured world. 5 years of marriage, and I still got butterflies when he texted. At least, that's what I thought until tonight. I'd spent weeks planning our anniversary dinner at Bellissimo, this upscale Italian place downtown that had a 3-month waiting list. I pulled strings, called in favors, and even had them prepare Ethan's favorite dessert that wasn't on the menu. "You're going all out this year," my sister Autumn had said when she helped me pick out my dress. A sleek black number that I knew Ethan would love. "5 years deserves something special," I replied, twirling in front of her mirror. My best friend Maya had dropped by earlier with a bottle of champagne. "Pre-game for the lovebirds. Ethan better appreciate all this effort." "He will. He's been acting weird lately, probably planning something big himself." I truly believed that at the time. Now I'm sitting alone at this beautifully decorated table, checking my watch for the 20th time. It's been 2 hours. The champagne's warm, the candles half melted, and I'm running out of excuses to give the server. I grab my phone again, dialing Ethan's number, straight to voicemail. Again. "Hey, it's me. I'm still at Bellissimo. Wondering where you are. Call me back, please." 3 texts, 4 calls. Nothing. I catch people at nearby tables giving me those pitying looks. The woman stood up. My stomach twists into knots. "Would you like me to refresh your water, ma'am?" The waiter, Marcus, has kind eyes, the type that says he's seen this scenario play out before. "Has this ever happened to you? Being stood up on your anniversary?" Marcus hesitates. "Not exactly, but look, can I get you anything else while you wait?" "Just the check, please. I think I need to go find my husband." As I pay, Marcus slips me a dessert in a to-go box. "On the house. Whatever's happening, you deserve your anniversary cake." The gesture nearly breaks me. I thank him and rush out, tears threatening to spill. The drive home is a blur of streetlights and worst-case scenarios. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe there was an accident. But then, why isn't he answering his phone? I pull onto our street and immediately notice something's wrong. There's Ethan's car in the driveway, which means he's definitely not lying in a ditch somewhere. But parked behind it is a sleek red Audi I recognize but can't immediately place. As I park across the street, my heart hammering against my ribs, another text comes through from Maya. "Any word from Ethan yet?" I don't respond. I'm too focused on the silhouettes moving behind our bedroom curtains. 2 people. One is definitely Ethan's tall frame. I step out of my car, still in my anniversary dress, clutching my purse and the pity dessert from Marcus. The sound of laughter drifts from an open window upstairs. My heels clicked softly on our marble foyer as I slipped inside the house. The laughter grew louder, a woman's voice I couldn't quite place mixing with Ethan's distinctive chuckle. The same laugh that used to make me feel safe now turned my blood to ice. I moved up the stairs silently, Marcus's pity dessert still clutched in my trembling hands. Our bedroom door was partially open, a sliver of light spilling into the hallway. I pushed it open. "Surprise," I whispered, my voice barely audible. Ethan jumped off our bed, nearly knocking over a bottle of my favorite wine, the one we'd been saving for tonight. And there, wrapped in our anniversary gift sheets, was my cousin Vanessa. "Winter, what are you doing home so early?" "I've been sitting at Bellissimo for 3 hours, Ethan. 3 hours on our anniversary." Vanessa had the audacity to smirk. "You always were so hung up on dates and celebrations, cuz..." I ignored her, focusing on my husband. 5 years, Ethan. 5 years we've been married and you couldn't even send a text? "Look, it's not a big deal. It's just another day." He reached for his pants, stumbling slightly. "We can celebrate next weekend." "With my cousin? Were you planning a threesome I wasn't aware of?" Vanessa laughed. "Don't be dramatic. It's not like this is the first time." The room spun around me. "What? Shit, Vanessa!" Ethan snapped. "What?" "She was going to find out eventually. You're not exactly subtle with those business trips." I backed toward the door. "How long?" "Winter, baby. Let's talk about this when you're calmer." "How long?" Ethan sighed, suddenly looking bored rather than panicked. Does it matter? Look, you've been so wrapped up in that new project at work. A man has needs. I threw the dessert box at him, white cake splattering across his chest. My project? The one you've been so interested in lately? Always asking questions, checking my notes? His face changed, just for a second, before he recovered. Don't try to change the subject. I was already texting Maya as I headed downstairs, grabbing my passport and emergency cash from the safe in the study. Where are you going? Ethan called from the top of the stairs, still wiping cake from his shirt. Away from you. 30 minutes later, I was sobbing on Maya's couch while she poured me a generous glass of whiskey. I always thought Vanessa was trash, but this is a new low. She handed me a box of tissues. Have you checked his phone before? Never had a reason to. Maybe you should now. The next morning, while Ethan bombarded me with texts alternating between apologies and accusations, Maya helped me remotely access our shared cloud account. What we found made me physically sick. Dozens of messages between Ethan and not just Vanessa, but 2 other women, going back 3 years. Winter, you need to see this. Maya pointed to a folder labeled Winter's Project. Inside were all my business plans, market analyses, and prototype designs for the app I'd been developing, with notes about how to present them as his own. My phone buzzed with a text from my colleague James. Are you okay? Ethan just presented your entire marketplace concept to the board as his brainchild. They loved it. I stared at the phone, a cold clarity washing over me. He's not just sleeping with my cousin. He's stealing my career. So what are you going to do? Maya asked. I deleted the tears from my face. Burn his life to the ground. 3 days into my stay at Maya's guest room, I gathered my allies around her dining table. Autumn brought coffee while James set up his laptop. So he's sleeping with our cousin and stealing your work. Classy guy you married. Autumn tapped her nails on the table. James turned his laptop toward me. Look at these emails. Ethan's been forwarding your work to himself for months. And guess who started as a consultant 3 months ago? Vanessa? My jaw dropped. She works at our company now? Different department. They've been systematically stealing your ideas. Every concept you mentioned at home magically appeared in meetings with his name on them. Maya showed me her phone. Check Vanessa's Instagram. She's been hinting about your marriage problems for weeks. I scrolled through posts captioned, supporting a friend through tough decisions. And sometimes the best man is already taken. The Tech Excellence Awards are Friday. Ethan's nominated for my project. If he wins with your work, your career is over, James said. Not if we expose him first. We need irrefutable evidence. Maya snapped her fingers. That waiter from your anniversary, didn't he seem nice? 2 hours later, I discovered Marcus had a second job at the hotel hosting the awards. One direct message, and we had our inside man. The next day at a coffee shop, Marcus slid a small device across the table. Wireless mic, high quality. I'm in charge of AV for the event. Perfect for catching private conversations, James said, examining it. We spent 5 days gathering evidence. Original work with timestamps, deleted emails James recovered, recordings of Vanessa bragging to coworkers. Meanwhile, I called Ethan crying, begging to talk. I showed up at our house looking disheveled to collect clothes. You look terrible, he said, almost pleased. I'm struggling without you. I've been thinking about what you said, about celebrating another time. His eyes lit up. Really? Maybe we could talk at the awards? I know how important this nomination is to you. You want to come? As my date? I think it would show everyone we're working things out. The night of the awards, I arrived early with Marcus to set everything up. Hidden mics near the stage, James and Autumn in position with the digital evidence, Maya running interference with key industry players. I waited in the lobby, heart pounding, when I saw them walk in. Ethan in his tuxedo with Vanessa on his arm, both laughing. They hadn't seen me yet. Ethan leaned down and kissed her, right there in the open. After I win tonight, I overheard him say, we'll announce our relationship. Winter will be old news. I clutched my purse, feeling the outline of the flash drive containing all our evidence. Game on. I watched Ethan and Vanessa mingle with industry executives, completely oblivious to what was coming. Maya sidled up beside me, handing me a glass of champagne. Everything's set. Marcus has the video queued up, and James is by the tech booth. I nodded, spotting Autumn across the room, giving me a thumbs up. The MC tapped the microphone, calling everyone to their seats. And the award for Most Innovative Market Solution goes to Ethan Davis. The crowd applauded as Ethan strutted to the stage, Vanessa beaming proudly from their table. He adjusted the mic, flashing his practiced smile. I'd like to thank the board for recognizing my vision. This project represents months of my personal innovation. I pressed the button in my purse. The screen behind Ethan suddenly switched from his presentation slides to a split screen of emails, design documents, and time-stamped files, all with my name. What the? Ethan turned around, face draining of color. Marcus's voice came through the speakers. The actual creator would like to speak. I walked toward the stage as murmurs swept through the crowd. Vanessa tried to slip out, but Autumn blocked her path. While my husband was busy sleeping with my cousin, he was also stealing my work. I took the microphone. Every idea, every innovation he's being celebrated for tonight came from me. The screen changed to show Ethan's messages to Vanessa. Once Winter's project launches with my name on it, we'll be set. She won't have a career left to worry about. The audience gasped. Our CEO stood up, face reddening. Security, escort Mr. Davis and his companion out. Winter, my office tomorrow morning. As they were dragged out, Ethan lunged toward me. You crazy bitch! You've ruined everything! No, you did that yourself. I smiled calmly. Oh, and I filed for divorce last week. My lawyer already froze our accounts after finding your hidden transfers. 3 weeks later, Ethan showed up at Maya's place with flowers. 5 minutes, Winter. That's all I'm asking. You have 30 seconds. I screwed up. I know that now. The company rescinded my promotion, and the industry's blacklisting me. I'm nothing without you. That sounds like a you problem. Please, Save it. Your 30 seconds are up. He grabbed my arm as I turned away. You can't do this to me. Maya appeared with her phone. I just called the police. Violating that restraining order wasn't smart, Ethan. 2 months after that, on what would have been our 6th anniversary, I hosted a dinner. Not at Bellissimo, but at my new apartment, paid for by my promotion and the settlement from Ethan's harassment charges. Marcus raised his glass. To Winter's new app launch next month. And to Ethan's community service picking up trash off the highway, James added. Autumn smirked. And to Vanessa being fired for ethics violations. Maya clinked her glass against mine. Most importantly, to freedom and real friends. I looked around at these people who stood by me when my world collapsed. I never imagined my anniversary would become a celebration of starting over. But honestly, best anniversary ever. What would you have done in Winter's position? Would you have rejected Ethan's apology like she did? Or would you have given him a second chance after all that betrayal? If your partner cheated with your cousin and stole your work, is there any apology that could ever make things right? Or are some betrayals simply unforgivable? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed Winter's revenge story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories like this one. New stories uploaded every day.